Dean Gibson, your leader. Chris Withers has worked his way up to second. John Boardman in third. Yellow comes out. We got a couple cars over turns 3 and 4, bringing out the yellow. So the battle goes on for second. Withers chose the outside. Boardman got a good run on the inside. Boardman makes the move to the outside. Withers makes the crossover to the inside. Good racing per second. A little bit of contact made. Withers gets the short end of that stick. He'll fall back a little bit here. Chris Withers is going to have to work his way back up through the field here. Had some contact with John Boardman. Lost a bunch of spots. Dean Gibson, your leader. John Boardman in the 777, now in second. Trying to find his way around the X1 car. Boardman's going to look high, dive down low. Boardman goes high, dives down low. Not able to make it work there coming out of turn 2. Drive shaft sitting here on the front stretch. Drive shaft sitting here on the front stretch. Going to bring the yellow out. Five laps in, 10 laps remaining. Gibson takes the green here. Green flags back out. Boardman's got a full head of steam, goes to the inside of 1 and 2. Yellow comes out. Eight laps in, 7 laps remaining. Dean Gibson's doing a nice job holding off the 777 of John Boardman. Gibson loses a little bit of traction there coming out of turn 2. Boardman able to tighten the gap. 3 laps remain as they cross the stripe here. 3 laps remain for Dean Gibson over John Boardman. Boardman in second, Morado third, Ramsey fourth, Appleby fifth, Chris Withers sixth. Dean Gibson's done a nice job here holding off previous track champion in John Boardman. Boardman's throwing everything he can at it here. 2 laps remain for the X1 of Dean Gibson Jr. Boardman's going to try to take a look to the high side here. White flags out. 1 lap remaining. Can Gibson hold on? Boardman's going to try to dig down low here. Gibson loses a little bit of ground there. They're side by side coming out of turn 2. Boardman's got the advantage coming out of 2. Gibson's got to make one more effort down on the inside. We got a drag race coming out of turn 4. John Borman's going to pick up the feature win. I think John's going to need a push, too. But anyways, John, even an old guy like you got to get pretty darn excited after a race like that. You started 8th and then got the victory last lap pass. What an awesome race.
Yeah, it was definitely hammer down deal. Gibson there, he ran a hell of a race, and they've really been busting their butts. They had a miss they've been chasing, and they got it figured out. And, I mean, both of them can drive. Man, hell of a run, man. That was awesome.
That's what I said. You got to get pretty excited after that awesome race there. You know, starting in 8th and to get the victory, obviously something's going right here at Eriez. This track's pretty darn good tonight.
Definitely so. I definitely have to thank some sponsors that have helped out. Van Cleve, payroll bookkeeping. He came on board this year. Awesome guy, awesome help. Chautauqua Contracting Unlimited. Have to thank Neil and Missy, of course, Ronnie, Jen, the kids, everybody that helps. Senator Power Sports, Dog Speak, Kunick Automotive, Times 10.
You keep running like that, we'll get to talk to you again. Congratulations, John. Hell of a run. We'll get you a push here, okay?
Appreciate it.
All right. Can we get a push for John here?